Welcome to Maine Public News Connect, original news stories from Maine Public Radio, airing weekly in Spanish, French, Portuguese, Somali, and English. I'm your host, Ari Snider. Today is Friday, September 20th, and here are the week's top stories. Elected officials and immigrant advocacy groups are reminding Mainers that only U.S. citizens are legally allowed to vote in the November elections. Speaking at an event in Portland this week, Secretary of State Shenna Bellows, Maine's top election official, said non-citizen voting is considered a felony and can result in deportation. But Bellows urged all eligible voters in Maine to get registered and to make a plan to vote. She reminded voters that they are allowed to bring an interpreter with them into the polls if they need help reading the ballot. Decca Delac, a state representative from South Portland, said immigrants who are not yet citizens can still make their voices heard by educating friends and family on important issues and talking to their local elected officials. Maine's labor market is expected to undergo a gradual but significant realignment over the next decade. That's according to a new report from the State Department of Labor projecting job change across various professions. The department says many of the professions likely to see the most growth in new job openings are in the healthcare sector as the state's aging population drives demand for care workers. On the other hand, there will likely be less demand for office and administrative support jobs, which are at greater risk of being replaced by technology and automation. About 3.4% of food sold in Maine comes from local or regional sources, according to a new study. The findings come from the New England Food System Planners Partnership, which wants to see the region source 30% of its food from local or regional sources by 2030. Advocates in Maine say strengthening the local food system would make the state more resilient in the event of supply chain disruptions or other events that disrupt food production in other parts of the country. Maine has a higher percentage of local food spending compared to many other states in New England, but it falls short of Vermont, where about 10% of food spending goes toward local producers. 12 new conservation projects will receive close to $4 million in funding under the Land for Maine's Future program. The latest round of projects includes 4 former dairy farms, which will be preserved for agricultural purposes. Others include part of the Stonington Lobster Cooperative and 2 other coastal sites, which will be preserved as working waterfronts. More than 500,000 acres have been conserved since the Land for Maine's Future program was established through a voter bond back in 1987. This has been Maine Public News Connect. We'll see you next time. Thank you to our excellent community partners for supporting and contributing to this program. Maine Public News Connect has been made possible by individual supporters and foundations from across Maine, as well as Seaport Credit Union, Hannaford Supermarkets, IDEX, Maine Housing, Coastal Enterprises, Cover Me, the Sam L. Cohen Foundation, Koo and Patricia Ewan, Maine Health Access Foundation, and the Maine Department of Health and Human Services. Maine Public News Connect is made possible by Koo and Patricia Ewan, committed to bridging cultural differences in our communities.
Seaport Credit Union, providing innovative banking solutions while actively supporting Maine's diverse communities. SeaportCU.org.
Hannaford Supermarkets, celebrating the diversity of its employees, customers, and communities, and committed to fostering a welcoming environment. Together, they're greater than groceries. Learn more at hannaford.com. At Maine Housing, they know that an affordable home is key. The First Generation program gives Mainers the chance to be the first in their family to own a home. Home ownership is possible. Learn more at mainehousing.org. If you've lost your health insurance or had a major life event, you can find a plan that fits and financial help to pay for it at coverme.gov. Things are changing with MaineCare. Stay connected to stay covered. Update your information today at mymainconnection.gov.